Yep. Is it showing the game? I can't see what's happening. What's good? What's good? What's your I feel like I feel like every time you pop in here I'm gonna ask you the same shit. Avatar? Oh yeah. That's my my background. We're getting ready to do a race right now. Did you watch the new show? 12 out of 10? No. I heard it was trash as hell. It looks pretty clean.
The white, yeah.
Yeah. The black is like detailed.
Yeah, it gives it a little bit more shape.
It's cool. It's cool. Goes how far? I don't know. I saw a bunch of a bunch of reviews where they were like, yeah, this shit is trash. So after those reviews that I saw, I'm like, nah, I'm probably just not gonna watch it. I'll just stick to the regular one whenever I want to watch that shit. Nah, hell no. Go ahead. Go in front of me. I'll pass it when you crash.
That's just wrong.
All right. These are like DMC's free songs, so that's why they're all random. Oh, my audio is low. Can't really hear the cars.
Cop just tried to hit me.
That was a cop. No fucking way. The hell up. Well, there goes that race. That's annoying. Holy shit. It's annoying. Where's my car? My goddamn head popped.
Oh. And when that happened, a cop like almost hit me head on. Me and Johnny are getting at it.
Nice. Now I have to pay for the to fix this shit. Might as well go to the bank. Oh. This one's all busted. The hell? It's a Sultan. Is this not? This
They
is a.
smoked the cop, flipped him.
What the hell, really?
He's in an SUV crossing the highway. He's probably really mad.
The C-Class.
I hit him and he flipped and I just bumped him over. I was like, sorry sir, and just took off.
You're cold. I found a Sultan Mark II. Someone tried to leave their Sultan at Larry's. I just lockpicked it and threw it somewhere.
It's funny. Car, I smoked the wall, now the car's fucked up.
Oh, and we're skipping that one too. There's still flying through. Binoculars? Is that actually binocular?
feel like there's a little less locals today.
I thought there was a stop sign. Huh. My audio was Oh, my audio's off. Alright, that's cool. That's cool.
Moved their car on them when they were trying to sell it.
No, they just threw it there.
Oh.
They tried to make it look like they were selling it, but it wasn't actually like getting sold.
Oh, yeah. Where are you at now?
In grapeseed. Oh, hell.
This race is down in the city, right?
Huh? What?
Next race is in the city.
Yeah, but it's a class.
No, I mean the next B is in the city.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were winning that race.
Was, and then I hit a cop. I was in the lead for most of it, and then Johnny hit a car, and then I hit a cop, and he went by me, and then I couldn't catch up. I crashed again at the overpass once, and then stopped and repaired the cop's car because he didn't have a repair kit.
Yeah. You're making us look bad.
Well, it was the perfect timing. We were both full speed. more car washes around the city.
I'm surprised there isn't that much. What? How much did I have? Oh, I was thinking about the repair kits. Bullshit. Now I gotta wait to the final 51. That's a whole ass half an hour. I'm gonna go to the graveyard. Someone way down here? Oops. phones.
We met at the bar last night.
Oops. Shut up.
WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including a major... Now, first story looks at a major cancelled Elimination Chamber match revealed. On top of today's news is a report surrounding a major world title match that was unfortunately pulled from the Elimination Chamber card. Last night, Fightful Select reported that the original plans for the Chamber event in Perth were to see Seth Rollins defend his world title against Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed was not at WWE Elimination Chamber and was not in Australia for the show. That was not the original plan. Reed tweeted this morning that his wife gave birth to their child early, although it wasn't the original reason he was off the show, as he indicated on Twitter recently. Fightful Select has learned that Bronson Reed was slated for a huge spot on the Elimination Chamber show in his home country. Originally, Reed was scheduled to face Seth Rollins in a World Heavyweight Championship match, hinted in the promos where he said he was coming after a champion that had no idea it was coming. Unfortunately, plans for the match were cancelled when Rollins sustained a knee injury and wasn't able to perform on the show. Rollins vs. Reed joins a stacked list of matches that WWE had originally planned for the show. It was reported last month that Brock Lesnar vs. Dominic Mysterio was planned for the show. However, when Lesnar was removed from any future creative plans, the match was scrapped. The show was also set to feature CM Punk, and it's widely believed that he was either set for a showdown with Drew McIntyre, or he would have competed inside the men's chamber match and would have likely won. This would have then set up the highly anticipated world title matchup between Punk and his arch nemesis Seth Rollins for WrestleMania 40. Next up, a WWE star suffers a medical flare-up. A former NXT Women's Champion Raquel Rodriguez returned to WWE this past week on Raw, and it was also revealed that Rodriguez had been diagnosed with mast cell activation syndrome, which is often simply known as MCAS. Following her appearance in the Women's Chamber match, the talented star took to Instagram to reveal that her MCAS flared up on the flight over to Perth. If you had told me on that long flight to Perth, Australia for the first time it was going to blow my face up and turn me the same colour as my pink satin pillowcase, might have been the makeup on Monday too, I would have still jumped on that flight. Maybe my trip didn't go as planned, but I'm still learning this new body of mine. A big part of being a female wrestler for WWE is getting to sit in that makeup chair with our amazing makeup team who I love so much and getting to get dolled up. It's part of being a girl, it's part of feeling fully the part. At the end of the night, I'm proud I went out there Alicia Keys style. Rodriguez went on to thank a local massage parlor in Perth, as well as thank the WWE medical team. We here at WrestleMania wish Rodriguez all the best and we thank her for opening up when it comes to her condition. Next up, Rhea Ripley pushing for WrestleMania 40 main event. As we head towards WrestleMania in early April, there will inevitably be a ton of discourse surrounding which match should main event night 1. We already know that Roman Reigns vs Cody Rhodes 2 will main event night 2, yet when it comes to night 1, it's hard to work out what match will take the prestigious spot. According to the Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley during an interview with Mail Sport, she believes that her match versus Becky Lynch is strong enough to close out night 1. Mommy already main evented her WrestleMania. Why not do the next one as well? I think Becky Lynch and I stepping in the ring is Mania main event.
Yo.
Yo, it was good.
You doing this right now?
Yeah, I'll probably just do one more. I'm just waiting for a race.
Okay, I got you. Cool.
I got 3 minutes.
What's up?
I got 3 minutes right now, so I'll head in like 3 minutes and then just come over here after.
All right, sounds good, man. I'll just I'll dip for I guess 15 minutes. Let you do your thing.
Yep.
Worthy, I really do. The last time we faced each other was NXT leading up to Survivor Series and
Did
War
he run
Games.
over here?
That was Mama's time to shine, and it's still Mommy's time to shine. Mommy is always on top, and I proved that time and time again. She continued by saying, if we're given the opportunity, if we take the opportunity to be main event, I hope Becky Lynch is ready. She can cut me off and run her mouth and say that I'm a lazy champion. I just proved I'm not a lazy champion. I went out there and beat Nia Jax, the person that beat you. I also beat Lara Valkyrie, the person that beat you for the NXT Women's Championship. That's 2 for 2. Want to make it 3 for 3 and beat you at WrestleMania. The confirmed matches in contention for the main event spot currently seem to be the aforementioned Ripley vs Lynch, Bayley vs Io Sky, and Seth Rollins vs Drew McIntyre matches. There's also the chance that if The Rock and Reigns vs Rollins and Rhodes is made official, then that match will main event night 1. Based on social media discourse, there continues to be a strong push to see Bayley main event her first ever WrestleMania, yet unfortunately, Bayley is barely featured in any substantial marketing for WrestleMania 40, so it's not exactly clear if the WWE have a main event slot for Bayley in mind. If WWE proceeds with giving Reigns and Rhodes 2 main events over one weekend, then this could lead to severe backlash, as a portion of the fan base will no doubt believe that 2 main events over one weekend is unfair to the other talent. Ultimately, if the WWE creates strong, compelling stories heading into the other top matches, then this argument will be hard to disagree with. What match would you guys like to see main event night 1 of WrestleMania this year? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, Kevin Owens talks tag title run. Kevin Owens has built a reputation for always being open and honest when it comes to his booking, and his latest interview with Male Sport is no exception. Owens discussed his 2023 tag title run with Sami Zayn, and Owens expressed disappointment with the run, mainly because a lot of the key and special moments weren't on pay-per-view. Me and Sami worked our asses off to give the main events on Raw every week that had people going wild, and we succeeded. I'm not one to toot my own horn, I'm really not, but I think Sami and I did a lot of special things as champions that went under the radar because they weren't on pay-per-views. They were under the big bright lights, they were usually on Raw. Owens makes a great point, and the common consensus amongst the fans was that WWE didn't deliver what was expected when it came to an extended tag title reign from the 2 fan favorites. There is still the idea of splitting up the undisputed tag team titles, so should that happen. Next up is Tiffany Stratton turning babyface. The 2024 Elimination Chamber saw Tiffany Stratton deliver a breakout performance. Stratton was one of the most over talents of the entire show, and her work in the Women's Chamber match was superb. Stratton only had a handful of matches on the WWE main roster, yet the crowd had already gravitated towards her and decided that she's going to be a big player for many years to come. Based on the insanely positive reaction towards Stratton, there was a debate on social media yesterday regarding the former NXT Women's Champion potentially turning babyface. However, based on Stratton's promo across WWE's digital platforms, this isn't on the horizon. In a promo, Stratton would address the positive crowd response, but in a great twist, she would blame the crowd for not cheering loud enough and ultimately costing her the match. There's also still much more to explore with Stratton's heel persona, and keeping her as a heel, at least for now, is probably the right move. Stratton will no doubt play a major role in the upcoming WrestleMania 40 show, and there have been rumors that Stratton may have a 1v1 showdown with Bianca Belair, which has all the makings for a WrestleMania classic. Next up, Finn Balor calls out The Rock. Well, this is kind of unexpected. It appears that Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins aren't the only 2 WWE stars to have an issue with The Rock. Before the Chamber PLE yesterday, Finn Balor was seen asked by a fan on a beach if The Rock was going to be at Elimination Chamber, and Balor says, "Of course not, lazy mother effer." Obviously, Balor was joking with the insult, yet it's an interesting answer nevertheless. And this is considering that fan is just walking up to him on the beach for a non-kayfabe question. And finally, Finn Balor injured. And finally, today on the topic of the inaugural WWE Universal Champion, there's been some concern that Balor injured his thumb yesterday, as following his highly praised match against the New Catch Republic, Balor's thumb was heavily bleeding, but thankfully, according to Brian Alvarez on the Wrestling Observer Live, Balor is okay. When it comes to Balor's WrestleMania 40 plans, based on the current storyline and direction on TV, it looks like he and Damian Priest will defend their tag titles against the Awesome Truth. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.
Hold on.
I've wanted this for so long. I've always said they need to do this. Oh my god, you're doing it. I'm actually crying.
You will see that Skull and Bones is a fully fledged game, he said. It's a very big game, and we feel that people will really see how vast and complete that game is. It's a really full triple, quadruple A game that will deliver in the long run.
Wait, don't play if you're under the influence of drugs.
I just took a big joint.
That should be the only way you do play this game. That's the only way you think it's good.
Holy shit, Flup. Do you see this menu? This is a quad A menu.
Okay, you have to enter into a pirate's code of conduct. Play nice.
Yeah, okay.
Behind every avatar is a
Why is my
real
internet
person.
not-
I will keep cool and communicate with respect in victory and defeat alike.
I'm gonna talk a lot of shit.
No, no,
I
no.
won't do that.
No,
No. Play fair. My skills alone will take me to the top. I will play fairly and never cheat. All this shit is like against like pirates' core beliefs.
Yeah, pirates would never say play nice.
Pirates would never accept a Ubisoft code of conduct.
The dawn of capitalism, when corporations as mighty as nations rule the seas. With an iron fist, they forge a path of tyranny and exploitation.
Look at the smoke. That's like CS2 level smoke.
Oh!
This is crazy. I didn't think it would be like this.
Watch the multiplayer be nothing like that.
It's gonna be one of those games where you're chopping down trees.
Some fine timber there for the taking.
The tree is already harvested. I can't harvest none of these trees.
Get one.
It won't let me. These are fake trees.
Try to like get closer.
Look, there ain't no wood anywhere.
There's a lot. There's lots of it.
What is this lightning meter?
I think it's stamina.
My boat has stamina? Oh, you have to put the sail away to recover stamina. Fucking wind. It's blowing against me.
You know what we should play? We should play Lord of the Rings War in the North.
I don't play single A.
Come at me, beast!
Come at me, beast. Come at
Why do
me,
you sound
beast.
like, sound like Tommy was up?
That's what my lady on my boat said. She said, come at me, beast. Plup, I'm turning down to 2 knots.
Come at me, B.
I'm gonna be fucking Skull and Bones by the time this game downloads.
Oh, look at that whale!
Scouting down.
Holy fuck.
You wouldn't see that in AAA.
Now this is quad A.
Belgrade? Berlin? How many countries did they
Chengdu! Ubisoft
Oh
Chengdu!
my god. They got Naboo? Ubisoft Naboo?
Ubisoft Naboo!
That was the most epic shit I've ever
I'm
seen.
sold. I'm sold. I'm buying the Legendary Edition.
Blacksmith. He ignores you. Oh, do you see the thunderstorm over there?
What, to the east? Northeast?
So we actually have the same weather. That's surprising.
Why? It's quad A. How is that surprising at all? My guy looks fucking crazy.
My guy looks like he jumped out of a pirate's ass. For pirates, X marks the spot. And you just picked a random spot. That means nothing.
That's my spot.
You look like you jumped out of a pirate's ass, Flip.
Why do you keep saying that?
What does that mean?
I did not jump out of a pirate's ass.
Now the sea people and I have a deal.
See people
They get the weapons they need.
This is a 4A level game. See how there's like hundreds of trees on the island?
Yeah.
Only like 2 of them can be harvested actually.
Yeah, there's one here on the waypoint that you could harvest, but it's like consumed already.
Somebody already took it. I guess this is what a quad A game is like.
Go to the waypoint.
My boat ran out of stamina. This tree is gone too.
Nah, you
I
got it.
fucking hate quad A level games. What is this shit? Having fun? We hope you're enjoying your time on the high seas. The premium edition gives you access to the full game. Alright, Flip, mark me another tree.
Alright,
the
next
hell?
tree location right here. It's gonna be about 1,000 meters from you.
What?
Foul weather ahead!
Nice. Only 350 meters to go. There. Alright, get the wood. Harvest the trees.
We have what we need. Let's get it delivered.
What is that? What the fuck is that? Ah! What? What happens to all my wood?
I missed the whole thing. The Street Fighter competition right now?
Counter hit! Oh, you're stealing turns. But it doesn't matter what you say. Safe. Still managing to clear out the rest of that round without having to risk any bar, by the way.
He didn't believe he was actually going to get the counter hit there, so he went into the Dragon Lash, but he's going to set up a whirlwind here, and he's going to have to deal with it. He can't time a throw. That's going to be block stun. Oh, now we get. Oh, boy. Still have to deal with it. The air current from Yasar lingers longer than the other two moves it does, and here comes the safe jump, but he might do an empty one first.
Oh, there you go. We both guessed wrong.
Here you go. Set it up. Good damage coming in. That's going to be the Super Art 1.
Super Rashid.
A perfect one?
Close it.
Damn.
That game one there. And this is it. I like that he tests the waters because he wanted to see if you do an empty jump and go low and catch it there, but you still hold down back in that scenario as a Rashid player, and he gets in with the punish counter DI. He'll take him straight to the corner with that amplified Shoryuken.
Plenty of damage on that. Counter hit again, but too far for the light kick. I understand Safe trying to walk up to take his turn back, but Gachiku ready with the button.
He tried to bait a throw there with the front flip.
And I love Safe's responses to a block roundhouse, by the way.
That could have been punished there, that hard kick. That looks poorly spaced. The stand like he probably could have clipped it there. And a perfect parry on the Dragon Lash. And he's just going to go for the heavy eagle spike. Oki instead was a bait. This is going to be huge for Gachiku. There you
Same
go.
side, what a backdash, but that was a counter hit. He couldn't get a conversion.
He thought he said punish counter, that's
right.
why. Throw. And then a perfect parry on the overhead. And it looks like he's going to go for the side swap here. He's got to be very careful what he does. No delay tech there from Gachiku. He's got to hold this onslaught, but he decides not to.
You were taking the risk. You're throwing the dice like that. Gachiku, the audacity to give out that OD spinning mixer.
Well, the further away he runs in this set, the more risks he can take. That would be completely fine for his mental state.
Oh my God!
This is the shin kick from the Jinrai. It's a grab to make amends. This is going to be huge here for Gachiku if he can get out of this. He's looking for the side swap as well, and that's why he tried to go for a back throw.
Jesus! Hello.
All right, what we got? Level 2.
Chip Rujin right got. Just enough? No, not just
nope.
yet.
Okay, he's still holding it out here. He thought Gachiku would wake up with an option, and that's what he's looking for. Yasar's coming. No, he's going to charge this up instead.
That's how you
missed
feel?
it. Damn.
Okay. I was surprised that he charged up a whirlwind shot instead of used Yasar, but I guess he was preserving it for the final round in case things went south, which that's exactly how it's panned out here. Overhead worked out. I'm not sure if that's what he wanted.
Either way, it was a little sneaky. Safe wasn't ready for it, and you got to be ready for this.
He's just going to walk up. Overhead. Going to hold it there. He's going to wait for it to come close to make it a true block string. You've got to deal with this, and he doesn't deal with it. So here comes some Oki. That's plus. Oh, that works out actually because the Arabian Cyclone is a physical hit. It's not a projectile.
Good awareness from Safe to let that super art ring again. Covering the aerial space. Jump medium punch.
The moment he sees the flip, he just back jumps. Yasar's here again. Oh, you got to deal with this twice in one round. He's going to push him out of the whirlwind.
Oh, you literally said it. You literally just said, don't throw tech.
That was the last one, right? Yeah.
Actually on demon time.
Dude, I've watched this guy. I played a little bit Rashid, but the way he set up that tornado, he's going to push him out of it and then try and force that throw while it's slowly encroaching on you. It's uncomfortable, man. And I'm not even going to tell you pay attention to the whirlwind because Rashid is absolutely problematic. Another fine start here for Safe.
What?
Nix, but Gachiku, immaculate. I'm telling you, when we highlight Gachiku, we always talk about his movement and his defensive decision making.
All right, here we go.
What is that?
He gave me 350K. His car's got like a weird gear. So we like messed with the ratios, got it to go through the gears good. And then like he drove it again and it got stuck. It sticks in like third gear. It'll just sit at like almost redline and not keep going. But he was doing 180.
Damn.
And then in sixth gear, same thing, but he was doing 180. It's like that's not even possible.
Yeah.
You would be doing like double the speed. So he knows the guy that does the work on the manufacturing. Like spiritually as well. So I'm just gonna send him his files and show him like, yo, this is what I did, and they're gonna change it for him. Because obviously that car has way too much power and it's getting up to 183, which is like the max for that thing, which is B class, right?
Yeah.
He's like getting up to that speed and has like 3 more gears to go. So the car is too powerful. So he's gonna be like he's gonna be self-snitching on his.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, right.
Damn, perfect. That character is really good. Is he new? Newer?
Rashid specialist advances deeper into the bracket. Andy Bird said, look, here's my hot take. He may take the tournament. Well, he's off to a fine start here in this top 8. He fell to DCQ earlier. And he's still got a chance. Like I said, he's in a weirdly unique position with the character, the trickery, and again, this is the person you don't want to
Pierogies?
Yeah.
What the hell's that?
Like cheese and potato wrapped in like dough, and then you fry it. Like they're like Polish, I'm pretty sure, Ukrainian.
Yeah. I've heard of them. I don't think I've seen them.
It's like a dumpling. You can get ones with like bacon and potato and stuff, and usually like you cook them with bacon and sour cream and shit.
Yeah. Not bad. I was doing some grave digging. And I got nothing. Nothing but bones. Oh wait, don't I have a... I do. Right now I'm imagining some Street Fighter grand final thing. What's up?
How is that?
It's pretty cool. They're using a character that I've never seen. And he's smacking with him. It's like it says top 16 to grand final. So I'm guessing there's 16 people and just knocking each other out in the bracket.
Got to thank the peoples. We use these headsets. The pros are using these headsets, and you see it there with Steel Series Arctis Nova Pro. We're getting closer and closer to that $1 million prize. And the pro players that have used this have won more prize money using the Steel Series gear than any other brand. And this week, they're going to help someone in the Street Fighter community become a millionaire. So big shout outs to these guys. And we've got some Steel Series staff in the building here. So hopefully they're enjoying the action as much as we are. But again, much appreciated for being our official headset sponsor.
And I'm pretty sure with $1 million, you could buy the entire collection multiple times over. But for those of you tuning in at home, be sure to check out stormco.com.hk
They make figurines?
for some of the Storm collectible classics and iconic game characters that have been brought back to life. Look at the high quality collectible action figures that you put on your shelf for decoration, etc. Even if you're just a fan, some of the variants that we haven't seen before now in full detail. Shinakuma, one of my favorites.
Those are cool.
Violent Ken, for the very, very first time, also available. Be sure to check them out with the QR code on the top right and get your collectibles going.
Well, we're going to do the right thing and go for an esports break. But when we come back, I'll put this money away. I'm going to buy some stuff in the bar. Drinks are on me. See you shortly.
Oh, it's over. Well, it's not over, but. Let's see.
Hey everyone, it's me Flippy. I've been a long-time content creator in
What's
the
going on?
Saints Row community, making videos since the very first game. I've seen the rise, I've seen the fall, but today I'm going to share with you the most tragic story of it all. This is the story behind the Saints Row 2 patch and why it means so much to the Saints Row community.
2 minutes.
Saints Row, if you don't know, started out as a humble street gang-themed open-world crime game with a character creator and an emphasis on side activities. It was an Xbox 360 exclusive, so it didn't exactly make waves in the larger gaming community, but it sold well enough that the publisher THQ wanted to up the budget for the sequel, Saints Row 2. And up the budget they
really
did,
does.
a completely overhauled and expanded map with an epic story, an amazing soundtrack with 170 licensed songs, co-op, multiplayer, Easter eggs out the wazoo, thousands of custom animation nodes, more weapons, more vehicles, more everything. It's one of the most well-designed open-world games ever made, and held to be the best Saints Row game in the series by longtime fans. In addition to the 360, this time the game would be ported to the PS3 and PC. But when Saints Row 2 was ported to the PC by CD Projekt, they did a terrible job to say the least.
15 is a left, then straight. 16, go right. 17, right. 18, yeah. I think the start's just up a little bit. Hello?
Yo.
Yeah, it was good.
This is my first race.
Was it?
I've been told that just don't hit people because it's pretty bad in this.
Yeah, this is like bubbles.
Yeah, you got like an area around you, right?
Yeah. Oh
All right. Good luck. I didn't check the race. It's a 10F guy. Did he crash? Oh, I saw him crash already, but is he like out? Past them. I hear a car behind me. It's 3 laps, so he has time to catch up. He hits. You hit someone else.
Yep.
Sometimes you gotta just say fucking and just keep going.
Yeah. They're hard to put pressure on you.
I can barely hear your car, so I'm chilling. No, I'm not.
Copper there.
How you doing, Ossifer?
Can we please get a move on? Hello?
I have, hold on. Ow. I think I'm good. Oh, my leg hurts.
Are you gonna be able to get in your car and get to medical, or you need assistance?
I think I'll be fine. I just gotta wobble my way.
Oh, you got this.
Oh,
I got faith in you, man.
Thank you. Uh-oh.
Tell your buddies to slow down, okay?
Yeah, we'll do. Oh, shit. He just said to tell everyone to slow down. That was like the worst place to flip. Holy shit.
Yeah, I had a pretty clean race other than hitting that car. It felt me.
I got hit by a car while I was flipping my car.
One of the guys that was in the race? Or?
No. By a local. God damn it, this is like the this is gonna be one of these days, huh? Good thing there's not that much races. I'm guessing I'm just gonna have a bad luck racing that.
Yo, we're gonna do 183 for radio for the guys in the race.
Good race, good race.
Hey.
I ended up flipping next to the cop.
Oh, did you finish, or you just finished?
Yeah, right now.
Oh.
I was in second. I ended up flipping.
Oh man, yeah, my textures weren't loading in that like parking garage area.
Yeah.
I kept hitting barriers that were invisible to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It wasn't doing that earlier today, but.
Do you have a tablet?
No, just this is my friend in that Corvette. He has.
Oh, okay.
Tablet.
When you guys go to the next one, just tell them to give you the tablet so you could change your name on there.
Oh, okay.
Cause it says driver like 1, 2, 3, 4, and
Yeah.
just so it'll look more cool, you know.
Okay, I'll let him know.
Yep. All right. See you at the next one.
Yep.
I gotta go to the damn hospital. Oh wait, what? Oh fuck, what? No parking. EMS only. All right. Good thing no one saw that.
Because you crashed, correct?
Yeah, mainly because we crashed and I'm stressed. Yeah, I'm stressed, okay? I'm stressed.
I can tell, I can tell.
Just freaking take care of me, okay?
Got you. Alright, so scratches look minor. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wipe them with hydrogen peroxide. Doesn't burn that much, but it is gonna burn a bit, so be prepared for that.
Yeah, I'm tough, okay?
Alright, are you ready?
Yes!
Alright, 1, 2, 3. Oh, Johnny
Not
didn't
that
know.
bad.
I thought you were
Not
tough.
that bad.
No,
I am
yeah.
tough. I am tough.
Okay.
I'm more tough than you.
I don't know about that, but you're tough though.
I believe her more.
Wrong way, dummy.
Yeah, I am stupid.
What's it be? fuck? What was it? Yo, what was it?
183.
Alright. Yeah, finally you put in the damn chat. I had to go to the hospital. Well, I got hit by the local. None of the roll? What do you mean? We're getting ready for a race. See? That fool just pulled up. This. Oh shit. Hurry up. And then we got two other people over there. Oh wait, that's the same people. We started the racing on the ground. Underground racing. We just kept doing them and then more people started pulling up, see? Look at that. This is from like yesterday, the day before, the day before. Oh. Here, listen to some EDM while I do this. Or whatever this is. What the? Why didn't he stop for me? I did get hit by a car, the last one. Oh shit. And just like that, I'm in first. Oh. What the fuck? This is weird. Oh no, I'm gonna get past. No.
Short as hell.
I was not expecting that. I didn't know it was gonna be like that. I should have checked it.
Yeah, I kind of saw what it was, but I didn't know it was like zigzags, and I didn't know that corner was like that. I thought it was gonna be the far corner. Damn. I smoked a Corvette when I was coming back, and you guys were sliding past.
Yeah.
Like T-boned them.
Nice, nice. See now.
I kind of saved him.
Now that we finished this one, we gotta wait for this one, but we have to go grab our C-class cars. And I planned for it earlier. And I left my car here. This car away.
Hola.
That's the same car. Then grab this car.
Hola, padre. ¿Qué puedo hacer por usted?
My Mustang. Check it.
Por supuesto. Iré
Marco's
con los niños
house.
mañana a la iglesia. Mi esposa no quiere que sea monaguillo, pero yo no fui a su edad. Ok, padre. Nos vemos mañana.
If it ain't red with the spoiler. Well, it has a spoiler. It's just not red. But I do have red headlights. So. All my like racing cars, I have my thing here, my name. Oh, though. So they know what time it is. What? Oh, you got a new car?
Yes, sir.
Nice. It's not a damn Honda.
The truck starts at the race or at the drift school.
I guess so.
Would have been fine.
Yeah, I know, what the hell. watch this stupid red line and shit. Right now there's a shitload of people in the city. So it kind of drops the FPS a lot. Oh, this turn. I might lose this one because I'd be spinning out a lot. Or this car, they did something to it like in the past week, and they like messed with like the downforce and whatever with some of the cars, and now this one slides a shit low. There's the drift mountain. Whenever you come over here to the drift school, you go up there to the drift mountain and take your drift car. What's that? Yeah, we're just chilling for now. We got a minute until it starts. Yeah.
Yo.
That's good. This car looks clean.
Yeah. I bought it from the used dealer like this.
Really? What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty sick.
That's dope. Is it a C-Class?
Was that?
Is it a C-Class?
Yeah.
Oh shit, dope. Hell yeah. Ugh.
Hey there!
It's just 4 laps. Wait, how long is this show? What the this shit's 4 laps? Uh-oh. Perfect. What the fuck is this? No, fuck. Oh my god, I was trying to switch the damn song. No, I'm trying not to spin out. Fuck. No. Oh my god. Damn, that shit didn't slide like the G4. I should have grabbed my drafter. Oh well. Got 4 laps. Caught up though. Got a plane too? That's someone else. Oh shit. That car's like bugging out. I wonder how far he is ahead of me. His car's really good, so he should be pretty far. I'll be sliding. I'm sliding everywhere. Yeah, it's 4 laps. Should have grabbed my other car. I should have brought my draft there. I am sliding. You probably sabotaged my car, huh?
Yeah. There's a cop at Benny's that was saying that. He's like, I don't know, I'm not saying it, but like, I feel like sometimes people tune the cop cars not as good.
I feel like they would mess it up, mess like one thing up on purpose.
Yeah, make it just blow up all the time.
Yeah. Almost lost them. Oh shit. How far is he ahead of me? One turn. Thank you. I want to at least be able to see him. And I don't see him at all. Oh. Oh my god. I flipped again. Good thing that was the last thing I did.
Not good.
Oh my god.
Lots of cops in the city, like to get back into the city.
All right. I flipped at that one gas station. The one where my head always gets destroyed for some reason.
Yeah.
Hopefully he crashes somewhere. I'm cool with second, but I want to be able to see him. Look, I'm sliding. I didn't see one cop. Was he lying? Oh. Oh. No, I'm turning. Oh my god. Trying to squeeze. I don't know what the other guy is. used to have this one and another one. Alright, flag like crazy. There's a lot of people here. Oh, is that him? I think I saw him. Yep. Where's he going? Why'd you turn there?
Because I've had to get 2 repair kits. I had to use 2.
Fuck. Oh. Is there a cop at Legion? Oh my god. I don't know what he said. I just have to keep it going. Not crash. This part feels smooth as hell. It's gone. surprised I caught that. Messed up that turn. Running out of gas?
I hope I have enough gas.
Oh. That one normally goes away. This is where I caught up to him last time. I wonder if he's catching up.
sky tide, help me clear my mind, full of nothing I need now. I look up sometimes, and to my surprise, I can finally
Get out of the way. Oh shit.
wasting time and getting some peace now. All the depths I dive, trying to finally find out what
Yeah,
it
she
all
pulled up.
means. I'm faithful, inner demons, give me something to believe in. I've been stumbling around the ether. I keep wondering why I'm here.
Barely caught up to you.
Oh, it's clean.
Had two repairs, and I had to stop at the fucking actual repair. It's crazy. That was good. That's a crazy long track. I went through a whole tank of gas.
Really? I only dropped like 10%.
I filled up when we were in Sandy, I'm pretty sure. No. I filled up in City, drove up to Sandy, drove back down, and then did the race.
The hell?
That's crazy. Wonder what the payout on that one was pretty good because it's a long ass race. It's like 170K.
Oh yeah, 79. 179. We just have to wait until.
It's gonna be like 60K each.
We just gotta wait until if the other guy doesn't make it.
Yeah.
I kept looking behind to see if you were behind me, but I couldn't see you.
I caught up at the big bridge. Where I could see you turn off the bridge and go down by east.
Yeah.
That's where I caught up.
And then that stupid ass truck stopped me.
Yeah, that corner.
Yeah.
It was all the truck's fault.
I know.
I didn't catch up or anything.
You could have caught up. What the fuck? You could have caught up, but if that truck wasn't there, I would have like stood in front of you, you know?
Probably would have, yeah. Till I rammed your ass off the fucking pier.
Yeah. I wouldn't expect nothing less from you. Ugh. Drinking my damn coffee. I guess that dude is the Corquette's friend.
Oh really? I thought that was the guy with the coquette.
No.
Almost at 5 mil.
Almost.
Almost. We gotta get like. I gotta get like 7. And then I can maybe look at a place in like Mirror Park or something. I don't know how these people are getting like multiple millions without a business, you know? Crazy.
I don't know.
I think it's the business owners that are really
Yeah.
rocking the cash flow.
You just gotta go to heli and do what Mike does.
Yeah. He's wild, man. That's like, you just get zonked and do that.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be good for the demons.
Yeah.
It would be boring as fuck.
Yeah. What happened to your door?
Well, I flipped. I had to throw this one out. I flipped it. I crawled out of this side. I like kicked it off.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna get chased. The cop just let me go.
I clipped like the white unmarked like Hellcat Challenger or whatever.
Hmm.
He did like a spin and then like I think he kind of pulled around to either check if I was good or what, but I just kept going. Yeah, no. This thing's not quick enough to get away from any of those.
Yeah, and this one slides a shitload now.
This one's good like in the corners and stuff now, but it's it only does like 140 if you want a straight, so
Oh, it does?
yeah.
I thought it was faster. Oh, wait, no. Other car.
No, not this one. It's like slow, but it handles really good. I can like stay. I can be like doing 130 like everywhere. That's not gonna fix the door.
It'll fix the dirt. What about now?
Wait, actually yours?
Thank you. I needed some gas anyways. Perfect.
How much you got now? You didn't even need any. You said you were good. You're full.
Yeah. Now it'll be full for next race.
What the
Good thing. God damn. Now I don't have to spend my own money.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe if you came first, you'd have.
Damn. All this hostility. Huh?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I wasn't even fast on that. Oh, because they're all B's now. C. I wasn't even fast on C. What the fuck? Oh, because it hasn't finished yet. Never mind.
Yeah, it's not done. I wonder if he's still going. I passed him a while ago. There he is.
68K. $614. Holy shit. Tracers with a D10 wide bodies. Almost a minute faster.
God damn.
I got the fastest for a C though by 5 seconds.
I'm not even on this one.
Damn. How about the other ones? Sandy Suicides. I'm on there. Almost at the bottom though.
1, 2,
You're
3,
good.
4, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9.
You're 5th on the suicides. I select the class of the car that we use.
I just did it by all.
Vinewood. You're 2nd fastest.
Nice.
The Blackout. 2nd fastest. Maybe it's 3 seconds faster. That's crazy.
Damn.
I'm fucking slow on that one. Holy shit.
That's all from sure. Yeah.
Thanks, go on. Yo. We just finished. Yeah. Okay. Be there in a bit. Johnny needs a ride from jail.
What the fuck?
At the last race, he goes, I'm gonna go do one of those radio calls. Okay. And I guess he went to jail.
God damn, no wonder.
Go back to 63. Or, never mind, fuck.
Well, damn.
Yeah, okay, new number.
Why don't you just go back to 36?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that one dude's not gonna randomly pop into it.
Yeah. Okay, let's go drop the cars off and take one, and we can go up to the Sandy thing and get our cars.
Oh yeah. All right. I was kind of lost her. Damn. And that's what comes?
Increíble! Man, what the fuck's going on here, eh?
You need your car.
Now fuck that, homie. Damn!
Does he have a gun? No, he doesn't.
I grabbed the boosting laptop as well. Currently not available. Gotta meet Martin at Benny's, and I gotta meet Bert at Benny's. Settle up with Martin, and then do Bert's too.
Damn.
Bert got like an older Ferrari.
Is it a Faldo? A Faldo?
Yeah, I think so.
Can you see how much gas this shit has?
0.
Hmm. Same shit is happening again.
A lot of stuff. Fuel level low.
Yeah, it's been saying that the whole time, but we're still chugging along.
It'd be cool if you could get like a little siphoning kit.
Just pull out people's gas.
Yeah. Like into your jerry can.
Yeah. Try to find the hose.
Let's go to the VU.
Like, what? For what? For a hose?
Over your head.
Oh.
Yo, we're just grabbing our cars from the garage and we'll be there.
No way. Whoa. That's the second time. It's the same spot. Where was I?
Some even call it the worst PC port of all time. Plagued with so many glitches, the game is barely playable. One of the more infamous design flaws is that the game clock speed is still locked to the Xbox 360 CPU, which has a specific clock speed of 3.2 GHz. Meaning if you have a CPU that runs at anything other than that, the game runs at double, even triple the speed. Needless to say, like many other outsourced PC ports, this was a hack job. Typically when a game is this broken, it's often abandoned by both the publisher and the players alike. But for some dedicated Saints Row fans, a shoddy port wasn't going to stand in the way of fun. Mike Watson, aka Idle Ninja, was a really passionate fan of Saints Row 2. This dude was everywhere. Something Awful, Face Punch, Steam, and of course the Penny Arcade forums. Mike was in about every Saints Row thread around the internet, always there to help someone get the game running. He loved it that much, and he wanted to share that experience with as many people as he could because he thought Saints Row 2 was that great of a game. He took it upon himself to track down what caused crashes, tweaked the game for better balance and performance, helped find a fix for the speed-up bug, and created a bundle of his and all the best community mods and fixes so that it was easy for anyone to get the game running. A little package called Gentlemen of the Row. This not only fixed the game, but gave it a crazy amount of extra content and enhanced quality of life. And now that the game was becoming more playable, more people were joining in the effort to help make Saints Row 2 even better. Thomas Jepp, aka Minimall, would help Mike co-create SaintsRowMods.com. Together they would foster the modding community and continue to grow with the release of Saints Row 3. Eventually, Mike's efforts even caught the attention of the Saints Row developers.
What the hell?
What happened?
My head popped in the same spot.
We're down at Hayes right now.
Already? Well, then make it there so fast.
I dropped him off at Hayes. I'm gonna grab my stuff and head over to Benny's and get some of those things dealt with. I have the boosting tab if you want to grab it.
Over here.
Not even receiving them anymore.
Did you headphones?
Fix that. All right. Oh, there goes the cat. Going to the graveyard. See if anyone's there. Cars? All right, we're chilling. Grab my timer. What the fuck? Where is it? Oh, perfect. What the hell? Back to what I was doing.
At Volition, and he was rewarded with a job offer in 2014. He was now the official community manager for Saints Row, and he was awesome. The best era of Volition by far was with him, and it wasn't because of their games. It was because Mike was that cool of a guy. He made the community feel more like a family. He knew the fandom inside and out, and he always took the time to make sure all of our voices were heard and our concerns were addressed. And after the release of Saints Row 3, one of those growing concerns among the community was that Saints Row was becoming, well, less like Saints Row.
Oh.
See, after Saints Row 2, the publisher THQ was on death's door. They paid a ton of money for the rights to license games for kids, and their investments were flopping hard by 2009 because by that point, kids were more interested in the rise of smartphone games. They lost a lot of money with those licensing deals, on top of that dumbass U-Draw tablet that no one bought, and as a result, Saints Row 3 was poised to have a smaller budget than Saints Row 2, and the content and theme of the game was changed to try and gain wider appeal. Less dramatic and serious overtones, more silly and over the top. The game became more streamlined. Rather than spread all the content out in the open world, the gameplay became more centered around the campaign, more accessible for casual gamers. THQ was counting on Saints Row 3 to be a mega hit to save their dying company, and in the process, changed the direction of Saints Row forever. It didn't really matter because a year later, THQ filed for bankruptcy, and Volition, along with the Saints Row IP, were sold off together to the UK-based publisher, Deep Silver. I bring all this up because for some of us in the Saints Row community, this dramatic shift in style was drastic enough that it just didn't feel like Saints Row anymore. Saints Row 2 sort of marks the end of the real open-world gangster-based series. I've made countless videos on this topic if you want a deeper dive into all that, but to sum it all up, it felt like Saints Row jumped the shark. Things were just too different. And then of course Saints Row 4 happens, and that's basically a different game altogether wearing Saints Row's skin. Saints Row 2 really does feel like the last game of its kind, and it's trapped forever on a lousy PC port. It always felt like Volition was indifferent to how the OG fans felt about this, and this disconnect created a lot of animosity towards them from fans who supported the game since the beginning. It felt like we were getting left behind now that the game finally hit more mainstream success. But Mike Watson was always sympathetic to us in the community who missed this older style. Hell, he missed it too. That's sort of how I met Mike. He liked my wishlist videos and left me some kind comments about them. He added me on Skype one day, and we'd chat occasionally over the years. One of the things Mike was always hopeful for was a proper working fix for Saints Row 2. Saints Row Power Tools and Gentlemen of the Row offered some of the more critical fixes, but it wasn't perfect, and not everyone could get it working. The hoops you have to jump through for co-op and multiplayer are too much of a hassle for most people, and the DLC missions that have critical pieces of lore are unplayable. To really fix Saints Row 2, that would mean obtaining the source code. But after Mike joined Volition, he discovered that the source code was lost. Volition didn't do a very good job archiving anything back then. They were constantly throwing stuff away, and no one had any idea where it was. For a while, it seemed like Saints Row 2 would forever remain a broken masterpiece. But Mike never gave up. Throughout the years in his spare time, he would trace down any lead he could for information on the whereabouts of the source code. And in May of 2019, his efforts finally paid off. After a series of phone calls, somebody contacted Mike to let him know that they found it. Apparently, it had been sitting on an old CD Projekt server all this time. Mike immediately proposed the Saints Row 2 patch to the higher-ups at Volition, and it was approved with Mike being assigned as the project manager. At long last, Saints Row 2 was going to have a working port. Co-op, multiplayer, expansions, stability. There were even plans to include the Gentlemen of the Row UGC, so more weapons, vehicles, and cheats. Mike then contacted his longtime Saints Row mods collaborator, Thomas Jepp, aka Minimal, and offered him some contract work to fix the game. Thomas had a lot of experience working with the more technical side of Saints Row 2 already. He wrote a lot of the tools that were used to aid the support of modding, and even helped out Volition before to fix their social service, MySteelport. At this point, Mike and Thomas had been collaborators for nearly 10 years. They co-created SaintsRowMods.com together, and it seemed like he was the perfect man for the job. The community fixed Saints Row 2 the first time, and it was going to do it again on an official level. Around June of 2019, Mike contacted me and fellow Saints Row YouTuber Mr. Saints Godzilla 21 and asked us to write up a document on all the bugs that plagued Saints Row 2, and to give our input for how to further enhance the game's quality of life. For example, I wrote about how the adjacent tap cycle quick switching feels less intuitive than the free control of Saints Row 1, and should be an optional choice in the controller menu instead. Nerdy stuff like that will never actually make it into the patch, but I'm sure everyone will appreciate my effort. Godzilla and I are glitch aficionados, so we went to town documenting all the bugs we could. This is going to sound corny as hell, but it was kind of a beautiful moment in my Saints Row career. I met Godzilla early on through YouTube back around 2011. We bonded over how broken Saints Row 3 was, teamed up to find all kinds of glitches to make videos about, and we've been best bros ever since. And now, we're working with the legendary Idle Ninja to use our glitch hunting skills together in an official capacity to help fix our favorite Saints Row game? Guys, for a short moment of time in my life, I was actually happy. This document we submitted was called Saints Row 2 Project Unfucked. And right before we submitted it, we changed the title at the last minute because we thought it was too stupid and unprofessional. And then get this, shortly after that, someone at Deep Silver proposed they call the patch Saints Row 2 Unfucked Edition. And it was approved. That is the actual name for the project internally. Mike eventually invited me and Godzilla to a playtest group where we would all get to play early builds of the patch for further testing. Shortly after that, in October of 2019, Thomas was flown from the UK to the Volition Studios in Champaign, Illinois, and a live stream was held to publicly announce the patch on Saints Row 2's 11th anniversary. Things were so optimistic during this time. Mike was hopeful that the patch would be out in a few months. He even thought about having a public beta out by that Christmas of 2019. But after that announcement stream, things got eerily quiet. Weeks went by without a playtest build, then months. And we were kind of left in the dark as to why. I mean, game development is complicated, and this was just a two-man team. But there was a bit more to it. Well, the story as I know it is that Minimal, aka Thomas Jepp, ghosted Mike not long after he returned to the UK. He didn't contact Mike for weeks, took the money, and then had nothing to show for it. After desperately trying to contact Thomas for an update, only to get no response in return, Mike discovered that Thomas was talking with other community members, but not to him. Mike eventually got in touch with him again sometime around January of the following year, and Thomas somehow convinced Mike to keep letting him work on the patch, only to then immediately ghost him again. Then in April of 2020, Thomas finally told Mike that he was giving up and said he wanted nothing to do with Saints Row or the community ever again. Apparently, he overestimated his skills, couldn't figure things out, and completely flaked Mike off. It almost cost Mike his job and killed the project right there. This was when Volition was already under a lot of stress after Agents of Mayhem flopped and they had to lay off a bunch of people. Mike was demoted as project manager and even had to hand over all the social media access for a while. Big drama behind the scenes. A lot of money and time was lost on this thing already, and to make matters worse, Mike's health was rapidly failing him, and he was scheduled to undergo surgery for stage 4 cancer. Yet, despite all the drama, the Saints Row 2 patch wasn't cancelled. With Thomas removed from the project, Volition roped in a previously employed Saints Row 2 systems engineer as his replacement. That's when progress was actually moving forward. Over a year later, we eventually got a build-to-play test, but it was in really rough shape. Tons of graphical errors, crashes, you name it. These were some really rough play tests. I remember this one mission with Donnie would always crash as you went right under the bridge, or if you got anywhere near Stillwater U and the pyramid loaded. This heli assault activity gives me PTSD to this very day. Thankfully, most of these problems were fixed within a few months. There was still a lot of work that needed to be done, but for a while, things were beginning to look hopeful again. However, COVID-19 continued to cause a lot of complications during this time frame. The Saints Row 2 patch was no longer a priority, and it was all hands on deck for the Saints Row reboot instead.
Oh God.
Except for Mike. He would stay working on the patch. The surgery for his cancer didn't go well. It left him partially paralyzed, deaf in one ear. They had to remove bone and skin off the half of his face, and as a result left him disformed and made it difficult for him to talk. Had he not undergone the surgery, the doctors estimated he only had 6 months to live. However, with the surgery, he was estimated to have 3 to 5 years, depending on how efficient the operation went. He initially didn't plan on going through with the surgery when informed of the toll it would take on the quality of life for his remaining years. But as Mike put it himself, he was so moved by all the messages of support and strength from the Saints Row community that it made him realize he shouldn't give up. He wanted to make everyone proud and fight to the end, no matter how difficult that journey would be. He wanted to make the world a slightly better place the best way he could in his capacity, and that meant continuing his work on the Saints Row 2 patch. He knew how happy this game made people, how much it meant to everyone in the Saints Row community. With all the strength he still had in this life, he was going to dedicate it to bring that happiness to everyone. That would be his legacy. We're only here for a short amount of time, but that game would live on and continue to bring happiness to all who played it for generations. That's what fixing this game meant to him. In spite of the toll that surgery took on him, he continued to work on the Saints Row 2 patch while in hospice throughout 2021. Sadly, Mike's health deteriorated over the next few months, and on August 25th, 2021, Mike Watson passed away. He worked on the Saints Row 2 patch until his dying day. And that's also when the build stopped coming. For those of us in the playtest group, it was complete radio silence. A lot of us realized that without Mike, we were left in the dark and this project wasn't going anywhere. No one reached out to us except to say that the studio was focused on the Saints Row reboot and work wouldn't continue on the patch until that was out. Then a year later, the Saints Row reboot dropped and, well, that was a thing.
That shit was horrible.
Then a year after the reboot was released and all the extended support on that was exhausted, Volition was finally freed to continue their work on the patch. This time, it was a little bit complicated because their parent company, Embracer Group, had moved the studio from Deep Silver to Gearbox due to a long troubled history between the two behind the scenes. They weren't a good fit for each other, and the dwindling quality of games proved it. However, Deep Silver still holds all the rights to the Saints Row IP, and now had to technically outsource the work to Gearbox and Volition for things to continue. But it seemed like things were finally coming together after all this time. I was invited back for playtesting and asked to sign another NDA if I wanted to be involved, but I refused their offer. That NDA would place a gag order on me for 10 years, and that was way too long. I knew this story had to be told, because as a fan myself, I'd want to know the truth. Somebody has to tell the story. But at least I'd be leaving the project knowing that work was going to continue. And then Embracer closed Volition. Remember when I told you that THQ made some bad investments and had to sell off Volition? Yeah, well this time Embracer made some bad investments and they decided to cut their losses and close Volition for good. And now with them shut down, Deep Silver has to go through the process of transferring the remaining work to another studio. which isn't exactly on the top of their priorities. From what I've heard, they're really struggling to pick up where Mike left off. Deep Silver doesn't want to announce anything about the patch until the work for it is complete, but they can't exactly nail down how much work is left to budget for, and if it's even worth it after all this. The elephant in the room is that no one really believes a patch for a game that's over 15 years old is going to be worth the time and money. Tons of people are losing their job in the game industry with mass layoffs happening nearly every week. From Embracer no less. If money is a priority, then this patch is done for. And sadly, that's all I know. Only time can tell if it ever comes out, or if they'll cancel it. Personally, I think they're going to keep it in a perpetual state of development hell until it's quietly canceled or indefinitely postponed. Before Mike got sick, Saints Row 1 could have had a PC port. It was his next big project after releasing the patch. I even heard he got keyboard and mouse support working for it. He was also looking into reviving the multiplayer gang leaderboards, and of course porting Saints Row 1 and 2 to more systems. He wanted to remove the proprietary physics engine Havoc and release the source code of Saints Row 2 to the public. And of course down the line, remaster Saints Row 1 and 2 completely. When you consider all of this, and the fact that the Saints Row reboot was originally going to have the OG Saints conclude the deck storyline and have official mod support with developer-grade mod tools, this is the most tragic story in gaming I've ever personally witnessed. For those of you watching from outside the Saints Row community, all of this that I just mentioned would have solved 99% of every problem Saints Row fans have ever had with this series. I was trying to hold out on all this info until we got some good news, but it's probably never going to happen. And if this is really the end, I wanted to give you guys some closure to it all. This is truly the end of an era. Volition is gone, Deep Silver has control of Saints Row now, and what even is Saints Row anymore? As I reflect on my time in the Saints Row community, I've come to realize this is how it truly ends. Not with a bang, but with a whimper. But that doesn't mean I'm quitting YouTube. You guys are way too much fun. I love making this cracked out content for you guys, and we can always look forward to the next best thing. And besides, the classics never die. I still gotta finish my Saints Row 1 playthrough, and there's a lot more of the Saints Row 2 patch that I want to show you. Idle Ninja wouldn't want us to be sad about any of this. That man was so positive. I don't want his suffering to have been in vain, especially after all the pain he went through for us. And so that's why we can't give up on this patch. Let's raise awareness and work together as a community to show everyone how much this game means to us. That's the spirit of Gentlemen of the Row after all. I wanted to share this story as my personal goodbye to Mike Watson. He was one of the few positive people in my life for a while, especially when I really needed it. The courage he had to fight as hard as he did, while selflessly dedicating the remainder of his life for a project he would never live to see, is one of the most inspirational things I've seen, and I'll always remember him for it. It was a privilege to know him, even if it was only for a short time. The next time you play Saints Row 2, think of Idle Ninja. Think of Mike Watson. Carry his story in your heart, and have fun.
They are still going.
3-0'd Lashar. 3-2'd Chris Wong because of that chip sequence.
Was this the last one?
Burnout. And Uma can find himself, or even Chris Wong. One of these two is going to be crowned our first $1 million champion. I know I sound like a broken record, I sound like a parrot, but we need to let these people know, because once it's done, this is a huge deal going forward for competitive fighting games in general, for us as a Street Fighter community, people watching at home and entertaining. But it's going to be absolutely phenomenal regardless of what happens here. I didn't expect the jury to be in grand final. I'm going to tell you that much.
And I didn't expect to see that type of representation either. I will be completely honest and fully transparent. I did not see Uma in the running. I saw his name, I saw him being drawn, but at the same time, a lot of people didn't have their eyes on this exact spotlight. Some people like Rand and James, they had the observation on deck. They had the luxury of being able to tune into the Asia scene, but this is where you pay the respect to someone like Uma, as well as Chris Wong. Chris Wong traveling all over, taking those miles, taking the footage, being as studious as possible to be one of the best looks that we asked for. Uma really transcending the character Jury to knock off all of the conversation. You could really say now Jury is in contention for top 5 just because of the way things turned out. I know you're wincing. I know social media is going to be like, this bald guy doesn't know what he's talking about. But facts are the facts. Uma had brought this character to the grand final spot in winner's side. I didn't think she was up there.
Is the defendant going to stop talking now?
Am I? Do you want me to?
I had no part in that. That was
defense press.
all
It's fine.
him.
It's fine.
You can't pay me enough to agree with what he just said.
Listen, I wasn't a believer up until I see this, right? Or
I know.
this.
I respect Uma. Uma is a magnificent player.
Doesn't look
Your
like he
takes
needs
on
to be
Jury, on
bald.
the other hand, Jury
Uma is a magnificent player, no doubt.
Jury is the baseline to what
I can
makes
see his
a great
hair
character.
flying
Then you can go
up here.
the list because she has all the necessary tools. Does she do it the best? No.
No. I didn't say she was.
Unless he started losing it like in the
I
middle.
wasn't saying she was doing it the best. But I gotta say, man, this character's pretty good.
I know she's pretty good. I wouldn't say she's top 5 contender good. She's in the top 10. I'll give you top 10.
Fine.
5, no.
I was trying to recreate the narrative here, and I totally get it.
No, you're trying to propagate
Listen,
the wrong
I get it,
information.
man.
Listen, he was trying to propagate the wrong information. We're not trying to spread erroneous information here. We're trying to make sure you guys
I was bribed to do it. I promise.
I saw someone hand the money over. So don't even try it. Stop it. We're going to get in trouble. We're legit going to get in trouble. All right, we are getting ready for the grand final. One more match to go here.
One more
It's been
match.
a hell of a time from the group stages all the way up until this point. An unprecedented moment. We never thought about this 5 years ago. We never thought about this 10 years ago. But somebody is going to get the crown. I wish they got a crown because the SFL guys got rings. Maybe they could give him a crown. Maybe they can give him the safe down on the main
That's the
stage
most
as
European
well.
thing I've heard you say. I know you're UK, but still.
I know. You saw what I did there. Anyway, this is it, ladies and gentlemen, in the arena. Can we make some noise for this grand final? Uma going up against Chris Wong. Their hearts are probably racing. This is a bone-breaking, blood-pumping matchup. It is going to be insane. Now, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the rules, Uma is in winner's side. All he needs to do is win 3 games, and he is crowned the Street Fighter 6 Capcom Cup X champion. Chris Wong has to do a little bit more work, a little bit more of a strenuous task. He's got to win 3 games to reset the bracket to put him and Uma in the same position. He's got to win an extra 3. Uma can use the first set to download, collect the necessary information. Hopefully his RAM and his processing speed are good enough in that mental computer of his.
You could say the same for Chris Wong. I feel like in the longer set, with a Luke, the more dangerous he becomes. So let's see it. Here we go. Grand finals time. Uma versus Chris Wong, game 1.
Already had an accidental overhead there, and the fireball did stop the drive rush in his checks here. So I want to see what Chris Wong adaptation he's going to learn on the fly because he had no real time to think about this. He's had to make that loser's run. Going up against difficult opponents. Gets the anti-air there, does Uma.
A very, very deep uppercut to get you anti-air. And speaking of catching another normal crouching medium punch, hitting more than enough damage towards the end with the flash knuckle sequence spine buster. That's 1.
Gets the drive rush into the throw for the positional advantage there. Almost try to get the perfect parry on the slow-moving fireball there. Oof, no cancel. I think even Uma jumped out of his seat. And that's going to be the round there. Take it away. Doesn't even need to spend any super because a perfect light flash knuckle will take that first round here in the grand final.
Again, with this run back, you can expect Chris Wong to come in with a different approach. Oh, but that was a huge error. That had to be a little overlap to try to get the uppercut.
Give him the benefit of the doubt. He definitely didn't want that for sure, but he will make amends. That's what Chris Wong is excellent at doing when he blunders in any sort of execution error. Then there's a forward throw there, gets the punish counter and the meter gain. Drive reversal. He's trying to activate something there, but it didn't quite work out. Uma.
Very deep and in, and this is going to be huge. Feng Shui engine. What's the defensive choice? Going to be like for Chris Wong. He's sitting down. He's keeping it steady.
Oh, the juggle. That was huge.
What a pickup from Uma off the anti-air. On the same side, still great block from Chris Wong. But life is winding down, so is the Feng Shui.
And this is what he wanted to target in and gets the throw. That was not a punish, though. And block on the overhead. He's trying to get a perfect parry instead. Can he burn him out? The combo should do it. No! He didn't want to burn him out. He's saving it because he wants to take the game. Oh, damn, that stare down. That respectable, wild stare down there from the 2. Staggers the light, gets the grab.
No shot.
Perfect parry.
Ain't no way you're trying to do that at the last second. Uma completely ready for it. In fact, that's what he did towards the last end of the first set in winners finals against Chris Wong.
Dude, the fact that he's ready and calm to do that at this late stage in the tournament, props to him, man. So many people would have capitulated in that scenario. And there's a DI.
A very rare drop from Chris Wong. This is going to be everything everything for Uma. He might get the burnout. He does secure it.
This is why I think Feng Shui is pretty decent. He gets the fuzzy jump medium punch. The anti-air as well. He's got to deal with this. He's going to harass him to hell. There we go with the stand medium punch. There's a forward throw. Throws it out just in case he's going to check with something else, but it didn't quite work out. There's a delay, and here comes Pale Rider. It's going to fully refresh that drive meter there for Chris Wong.
A little bit of a difference. It is critical art territory. Chris Wong, what are you going to do on offense? You have your gauge back now.
Block on the overhead, low on drive gauge. He's trying to run away, so he has at least 2 bars to work with for something, Uma. One drive rush cancel from either of them will do the trick.
You see the patience from both ends. That was a little scary. And a little bit of the stutter step too. Chris Wong.
There you got him. Man.
Spacing to get the stutter against Uma. And that was off of a crouching leg kick.
Well, this is the big thing, especially at this late stage and high level of the game. Your drive rush cancels from lights are such a turnaround. They are such a pivotal thing to use because it can go into heavies because of the extra frame advantage you can work with. And that's what's been saving Chris Wong time and time again. There's a drive impact there, and he's going to go for the jump conversion instead. This is a pretty decent damage and conversion there from Uma.
Oh, that was slightly delayed. You did see the counter hit as well. Uma is to dash up again, enforcing the point with those lights, or excuse me, with the pressure instead. Forward throw, punish counter. No,
well,
okay.
he still got it.
Oh
That was
my
actually
God.
so slick for Uma to go for the crouching heavy punch anti-air. Nothing too committal with Tencent Rin, right? Because Chris Wong had the option to go for the air flash knuckle.
Slowing it down there, throws out an OD fireball in the neutral. Chris Wong still trying to do it, and that looked like crouch fierce drive rush cancel. I think that was the button I saw. There's a delay, blocking it out here is Uma, trying to get out of the corner here. There's a neutral jump. He's got to be careful as well. Still holding it down, trying to find a drive rush cancel in some way, and luckily the Stork stopped that. But Chris Wong capitalizing the whole scramble.
Very deep in that safe jump with the hammer. At the same time, so deadly.
Respects. And the counter DI for the round. That's going to be brilliant, and we've got to give props because the prior sequence, he actually allowed Uma to get a regular jump, but he thought he's going to do something else like the Sharp was doing earlier today, and he was able to block it out and get punished before he had to do that counter DI interaction.
Very high-end risk from above. Let's see if Uma ever goes to that tactic again. In the meantime, let's take a look at Chris Wong, the way he's controlling the... Oh, what in the world? You react to the flash knuckle?
Oh, that was beautiful. That was actually beautiful.
That it was beautiful, for
sure.
sure.
Was that? Perfect parry, puts him in the corner, can burn him out. And that's why he's trying to avoid getting burnt out. You're gonna have to make a choice, do it on your own volition. Oh no, never mind, Chris Wong's gonna do it for you. He's gonna confiscate your drive gauge with the eraser. He's gonna get a nice little Oki situation here. Back down!
Oh, he missed it there.
Defensively, it's gonna be the Feng Shui engine. Let's see what Uma can make out of this. The corner carry,
safe jump.
Significant as well.
Oh, yeah, that was hot air. He didn't have anything. He didn't have any sword.
Zero punches into the tank.
Oh,
and also,
that was clean.
0 life left. Chris Wong with a dominating 2-0 thus far. Well, I wouldn't say dominating. That was actually pretty close in rounds as well. But 2-0 nonetheless for the side of Chris Wong. One more win for him will reset the bracket. But we'll see if Uma has something to say about it.
But what does he do at this point? He's actually done all he can. But again, the damage disparity between these two characters, it's not night and day, but it's something close. And sometimes you have to overextend to even force a Luke player to be galvanized into doing something they don't want to do. And Chris Wong, his mental fortitude right now is amazing to see. Let's see if Uma can turn this around. Stand fierce into the drive rush cancel. And he will get that flash knuckle conversion across the screen. Ooh. Tries to bait something there. I love the high-level players doing drive rush cancel into specials, even if it helps level up something there.
What a snipe out too with the heavy. Chris Wong immediately seeing green, immediately passing out into red for Uma. A lot of damage coming in. Yeah, he's gonna be facing like this as well. He was looking forward to that fireball. He was trying to escape, but that roundhouse chase down after the drive rush. Sneaking in the drive impact as well. Tencent Rin, what are you gonna do about it?
Back dash there, and he didn't do the jazz, but he gets a second chance, and that missed. The heavy release missed, and that's gonna be blocked.
That's gonna be parried. Even more so. Uma with the retaliation on the board. First round of game 3.
Oh,
damn!
I like that. He immediately stopped the momentum to stop the drive rush check from the crouch and medium punch there from Luke Uma. And again, dashes into danger. And again, trying to go for the anti. They haven't been working against Chris Wong. I noticed against Chris Wong, they haven't been working, and he tried to make amends, but it didn't work out. And Chris Wong is going to build an abundance of super meter here, but he's going to do a safe jump instead and deal with this the honest way. Oh, wow.
I was going to ask, does Chris Wong force the critical arc out of Uma with the drive impact? No, instead, still manages to clip him. I was talking about the corner, right? You have a character in Burnout, you have such a significant life lead, and there's a critical arc stock.
If he wins, it's over, right?
Would have gone to that decision. But either way, that's all said and done
It's
with.
still no.
Into the next round, Uma still sitting at 3 bars, Chris Wong at 2.
Great defensive sequence there from Chris Wong to regain the drive gauge lead here, and he's just waiting for anything. Some movement to react to. Rotic again. Almost got the drive rush light punch there. Didn't quite work out. I see Men RD do that a fair bit. He was talking about that earlier in the hotel. Got him.
But even more so, extra reactions against the drive rush medium punch coming in from Uma.
That's not what he wanted. I'm not sure if that could have been punished by a light attack. But anyway,
he went to the well either way. Chris Wong making sure it hurts the next time around.
Dear.
Speaking of making it hurt,
it's getting a bit scrambly. He's going to get punished and he's going to be burnt out here. So his drive gauge will be suspended.
Are the nerves playing a factor against Uma?
Let's see if he's going to use a super to get out of there. Chris Wong's going to do death by 1,000 cuts. He will threaten that stun. It is a low-hanging fruit. Waits
That's
there.
it.
That's
Spinebuster. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to a reset. Chris Wong resetting it in emphatic fashion. 3-0
Going through a
against Uma.
reset.
What are you going to do now?
That's the question here. Taking a sip of the water, staying hydrated. Stay hydrated, gamers at home. That is super important here. I think even because it was 3-2 in the winners final, that could have gone either way. And I think after that point, he said, okay, I know what I must do.
Are they using
I get my potential run back,
hitbox?
which that has come to fruition here. Dominating fashion in this first half in the grand final. So this is our final 3 games here at Capcom Cup 10. Somebody is earning $1 million after this first of 3. I am so glad we are commentators because I would not want to do this.
I felt under pressure the moment I walked through the door, Jammer. That's why I'm not a player. So, let's see. The beginning of the end. All tied up again. Losers bracket for both here in the grand finals. Uma now brought down to Chris Wong's level.
See if he fires on all cylinders right now, and he goes for staggered pressure here. Loses a lot of drive gauge in the process. Or something, and a hard read there with the jump. He wasn't doing that in the first game, and that was a read on the Sandblaster for sure. I saw a backdash there from Chris Wong that gets punished. He's going for all the OD moves there. It's Uma.
Look at this.
Got to bait something.
A huge difference in aggression. Chris Wong not ready for it just yet on defense. And this is going to be great. You know, Uma, he can take this damage. But what happens after this situation with the advantage on knockdown? Excellent defensive choices. And the punish counter. You know what? Either way, if it was a fireball or not, even in normal, Chris Wong didn't have enough life to retaliate with a TI of his own.
Well, Chris Wong reeled back in his seat because I think even he was surprised at that choice that Uma made. But he's got to switch things up. And boy, has he done it. And delivered in spades in that first round. Crouching medium punch there. He's looking for the conversion there as Chris Wong, but Uma's making him block, so he has to change his mind. Suppressor didn't win. Oh, the uppercut. No slam dunk there as well. Walks forward there, and then walks undone. No punish counter, but he got something to work with.
The punish counter is there. Another, actually, he's going to back away. No big conversions. Thankfully for Uma's sake, to walk out of the corner without any big damage.
You get all the real estate to work with, so I think it's the safest and most conservative choice. And here comes the Feng Shui engine again, and he lets it rock. The delayed hit.
Oh, that was a counter hit. Was that delayed from the side of Uma, or was Chris Wong just really adamant about pressing the button?
Just go for a safe jump there, either with the jump medium kick. Throws in the fireball to cover the entry. Still not throw teching there as Chris Wong. He's not panicked yet. When he starts throw teching, he'll panic. He's holding it down here. Uma can't take an action just yet. Chris Wong knew that. That's why he's trying to make sure he does as much drive gauge damage as possible to keep him in the amber. But all systems go with the green. Just clean it out here.
I think for either player, any single hit confirmed can lead to destruction, and Chris Wong is threatening that exact crouch medium punch within the space. He's threatening the ranges.
Still resilient on defense, exuding that patience there, and there's a trade that was fine. We can take that, but Chris Wong might try to bait him into doing a button and catch him with the second crouch medium. Let's find out.
With less than 10 on the clock, we're going to see some really antsy movement.
Back throw. I think Uma's still got the lead, and now he doesn't. Yeah, he parried with 2 seconds on the clock. That was a very interesting decision. I'm surprised about that. Got Chris Wong the round. pressure there. Almost in burnout in 90 seconds here. It's Chris Wong. I know he's got 2 bars, but he's got to be very careful. He's got to make sure some sort of attack connects. No anti-air.
I totally understand that because how Uma had delayed his dive kicks. I totally respect that decision from Chris Wong. And even more so, the buttons from Uma on the way out. On, wake up. Now we got the low forward. It's time for the feng shui.
Let's play indeed. Here comes the safe jump. Oh no, he goes for an empty jump instead. The super gauge is actually depleting rapidly here. Gets the overhead into a store, and he didn't believe in it, but
he got him.
It wasn't the jungle version of the Fuha store.
Man, he's gotten so much damage after what, 2.5 sequences?
Still not going for the rising uppercut anti-air there, and he's just gonna hold it down here. Uma. He's got to be very careful.
Ooh, that could have been whiff punish from Chris Wong.
Still blocking it out here. Lovely defense here. Doesn't get the perfect parry, but yes, I'd send him away as well. I do not want to deal with the Chris Wong with low vitality, and he gets through it.
Wow, what a smooth criminal. This man reacted to the sandblast with a drive rush, and even more so, OD Tencent Rin for the invincibility. What a play from downtown.
He's lucky as well because the combination of having a good hitbox on the uppercut, and it's a forward moving move. And of course having the hurtbox on the Sandblaster. It worked out for Uma there. 1-0 in this grand final reset. I thought we were actually going to see 4 games from the bounce from Chris Wong. No lie. Roundhouse there, safe on block. And away again, hits him with the forward fist. He might have to utilize that a little bit more in the neutral to kind of get Chris Wong to think about different buttons to use. He's readjusting his spacing because of that button until he runs into danger there. It will be the flash knuckle conversion.
Again, the anti-never option for Uma. It really hasn't.
It really hasn't worked.
For any of the juries against Chris Wong specifically.
All right, that's going to be the rounds. Does he need his level 1? There's the Vulcan Blast. He puts 1 round on the board in this game 2 of the grand final reset here. Does Chris Wong. Damn, the mental stamina these guys have is ridiculous.
I was just about to comment on that. Chris Wong still firing on all cylinders with the offensive sequence. Now you get the corner pressure. What's it going to be? Uma tried to maybe walk out. You did see the low get checked from Chris Wong with the full conversion. No, sir. No hammers here. All Tencent.
Denied. And there comes the Feng Shui again. Doesn't want it to drive reversal because it'll be a lot of drive gauge, and he swatted him away like a newspaper to a mosquito. Takes it straight to the corner here. Lovely safe jump there from Uma. Drive reversal, keep him there. This is good. Forward throw.
Even got the backdash towards the end of it, actually.
Challenges immediately after a frame advantage button there with the snap medium punch.
Look at the spacing, yeah. Right under the timer, right? That's the sweet spot for a lot of the players to check the defensive maneuvers from the person in the corner. But
the jump, oh
he puts himself in there now. Man, the bravery after that. Walk up, scan, jab. Oh, a tick throw.
Dude, that connected.
It did connect.
Crazy late there with the active frames of the stand light kick. One hit from Chris Wong should do the trick, but Uma gets the hit first and he takes the round.
Damn.
And that was actually rather sneaky, right? After the stand jab, it was Chris Wong's turn to press a button, but I just don't even know what button it was. Or maybe it was too late because that standing medium punch shouldn't have clipped him as a frame track.
True. Moving on to the next round here, drive reversal on a Sandblaster. Interesting. I guess he wants to space and store up as much as possible before he goes right back in. Drive rush in there.
Wow, that was so early.
Well, these guys have actually been catching each other off guard a little bit with the really close drive rushes into mediums or lights. He tried to do it there, Uma. Charges up. I wonder if he tried to trick him into doing something. Not sure, but he gets a punish counter throw anyway. We're going to see a Feng Shui engine soon. And he baits him with the stall. Yeah, he baits him with the stall. That's huge. And he's going to do the Feng Shui engine. And it looks like, all right, he's going to go for a different conversion here instead. Let's see what tricks he got. I know there's a stylist.
What a throw tech. That could have been it. He's still in dangerous territories. No overhead, please.
Nah, he's not going to do it. It won't kill either. Chris Wong, he's trying to perfect carry something to turn something around. But maybe if he can get in range of a throw and grab him, be sneaky, but he can. Forward throw.
Man, the slow and daunting approach. Oh, no! And there was too far from that exchange and the pushback. Chris Wong thought he could get the punish off of a -8 situation. It was too far.
I have to give credit to some of these players because they're doing certain projectiles or certain attacks from a very range where drive reversal, remember, there's still pushback on it, right? So even then, tried to punish, didn't get it. And the guys are ready immediately to try and get the button there. Spacing traps are very dangerous in fighting games these days. It's 2-0 to Uma in the reset here.
God. Is the download complete? Will he have enough in the tank mentally to secure the $1 million, or will Chris Wong have the answer? Already aggressive, he dashed up at Uma's face with 0 reaction actually, and Chris Wong not finding the opening just yet. He's
know
been
what?
facing off against a brick wall thus far.
If I was him, I'd go bonkers this set. Oh, Uma.
I agree.
He's got one game to play around with, but again, $1 million on the line, and he's trying, again, he's being a little bit more aggro with his choices.
That is a little bonkers, and we'll definitely accept that.
Run away, gets
the air reset. Good awareness. I love the presence of mind to jump in certain sequences.
Oh, okay. Gets the uppercut here, cancels into the level 1 to counter the
tension
DI.
is building, ladies and gentlemen. Uma is about a strike and a half away from taking the first round. And yes, sir, we are going to get that stun. No, that was a crush.
Okay.
It was a crush. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Oh, and it finally worked! He got the one time he said, forget the stopping medium punch. I'm going straight to the only dive kick. He knew what risks were applied, and he takes it there, and he is on Capcom Cup 10-point. The crowd is cheering for him right now.
Let's see if he has it. That's a counter hit. Sweep and not punished. Swung. Sweating.
Sweating indeed, sweating buckets when he gets the conversion into the flash knuckle. Chase him down for some Oki here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see an uppercut from Uma soon to even risk it, but hey, I think he knows what position he's in. Brings him down, jumps away, and then gets grabbed for his troubles.
Swung with a hefty amount of life to take certain risks, but
Take something again.
Speaking of risks, Uma was trying to bait out something, but guess what? Chris Wong was still within range to get a big damage conversion, burning himself out.
He's been doing the Fu has sought after the drive rush on several different ranges, but I think Chris Wong's clocked onto where he's doing it from up close. Far away is a little bit different. He's definitely identifying things as we go along. Whiff punish there with the forward hard punch.
And it's so difficult to whiff punish that because of the startup and the spacing that he needs to
Oh, okay. Splurged a bit too much meat, and he will get punished for his troubles here, Uma. And it will be a level 3. And this is what's very good in the game. If somebody doesn't make use of their 2 bars they spent, you punish it and take as much drive gauge away as possible. Let's see what the choice is from Uma. Perfect parry! Takes away!
Look at the setup for the feng shui engine! The corner carry is going to be so significant, and so is the burnout!
He's got no resources, so he's going to play with the stun. He's going to set him up for a stun scenario. Let's see what he does. This full conversion. This is the game. He's done. I think he's done. That's it. It will be the stun. He's going to store up. He's going to finish the combo. And ladies and gentlemen, $1 million is going to be awarded to Uma. Nobody had him on the cards to take the cup. He's represented with jury. He's represented Taiwan. And he will be your first $1 million champion for Street Fighter 6 here at Capcom Cup 10.
Immaculate from start to finish, making waves outside of the pools in the group stage.
$1 million.
Making his name known amongst the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, your Capcom Cup 10 champion, Uma. One more time.
Well played there indeed, but we got to hand it over. We see our hosts on the stage right now. Let's hand it over to them to properly congratulate our Street Fighter 6 champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, can we please make some noise for our Capcom Cup 10 runner-up and winner of $300,000, Chris Wong!
You still got 300K? That's pretty good stuff.
So Chris, you have been really consistently strong. You took second at Singapore premiere and first at France premiere. Now you are second in the Capcom Cup. Why? How were you able to stay so strong consistently for so long?
First of all, because I am a salaryman, I'm not a full-time gamer. And then after work, every day I practice 4 hours per day. And then Japanese player always invite me to custom room to play fans for them. And the champion, Yuma Kagami, also is my practice partner. Yes.
Chris, thank you so much, brother. Amazing performance. Chris Wong, ladies and gentlemen. Phenomenal. You can go ahead with Uma.
That's his practice partner?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long time coming. From the beginning, Street Fighter has been building up to this moment. And now we have or Capcom Cup 10 champion, Uma!
Give me your stuff.
Oh, what ifs?
Give me your stuff.
So Uma, you are from Taiwan.
Hold on.
Oh.
My man Shin. Okay, can we please clap it up for Shin out here for the translation, ladies and gentlemen?
So Uma, you're from Taiwan. How much has your community supported you in the process of becoming a champion?
你是从台湾的，然后那个 community 怎样支持你拿到冠军的？
My new website covers all 3 of my careers. I hear you.
我很感谢台湾的社群还有我的家人，就是很支持我参加这个格斗比赛，所以我今天才有机会拿到这个冠军。I want to say thanks to the whole Taiwan fighting game community and his family and friends. That's why he has a chance.
Uma, there was a whole lot of talk about who belongs to be at Capcom Cup. A lot of people doubted you, and now you have proved all of them wrong. When did you know that you could win this tournament? When did you know that you would be the Capcom Cup 10 champion?
有这个本事可以赢到这个卡布 K 冠军，你在这个什么时候发现你有这个潜质？就是他公布奖金有100万的时候，我就知道这个冠军我拿定了。He says when the Capcom announced the prize money of 1 million, he says that he knows he's gonna get it.
Well, Uma, speaking of $1 million, I think you, I got it, brother, don't worry about it. Speaking of $1 million, I think you need 2 hands for something else right now. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for our first FGC millionaire!
$1 million.
Ladies and gentlemen, as amazing as the event has been, as phenomenal as Uma has been, we also need to let you guys know that next year we have some phenomenal things planned. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the Capcom Pro Tour 2024 trailer.
The what?
When you go looking for strength, it's not like a game.
This is what makes a champion. Those quick reactions and the reset.
He's done it! Chris won! It's your CBT front, Paris Premier champion!
What on earth is going on? We'll get it close. And he gets it! Kawano is your champion!
We're gonna turn up the heat!
There's the finish! He punches it to get all the way to Capcom.
He hasn't jumped a single game! Absolutely flawless round.
That was cool. That was cool. That was cool.
Time to moist meter the live-action Avatar The Last Airbender Netflix series. I'm not gonna blow smoke up your tuchus. You all know that I was not optimistic that this would turn out to be a good show. Anytime anyone that worked on this show talked about it, they made it sound worse and worse. So I had pretty low expectations, but as always, I'm open for a pleasant surprise. Now, I'm going to treat this moist meter a little differently than pretty much any review of this you're going to see. I am going to do my best to not compare it to the cartoon, the original masterpiece of Avatar The Last Airbender. It's very clear, off-rip from even the first episode, that they wanted to kind of carve their own path in the Avatar universe, and instead of making a one-to-one recreation, a carbon copy of the cartoon, they wanted to kind of put their own spin on it. So they've made a lot of major changes to it. So I'm here to give you the moist meter on whether or not this show stands on its own 2 feet. If you've never watched the cartoon, will you like the live action? I will, however, kick this off by saying I don't think the show is dog shit by any means, but I still don't see a single reason on God's green earth why you would choose to watch the live action Avatar over the cartoon version. The cartoon is better in every single aspect. So I just want to put that out there. If you're someone who's like captivated by the idea of Avatar, you're going to get a lot more mileage and a lot more entertainment out of the cartoon. It still holds up well today. It's timeless. I also, this will be the last comparison I make. There's a major change in the live action where Aang no longer goes on any like side quests. He doesn't really have fun per se. He doesn't do things just for the sake of fun. He's much more serious all the time to match the more serious tone of everything in the show, which in my opinion flattens the character. So Aang in the live action is not nearly as dynamic as he was in the cartoon, which is a real shame, but that'll be the last comparison I make here. That's just a complaint that I felt pretty strongly about. If you've never watched the cartoon, maybe you won't feel that way. The actor who plays Aang, I think, does an extraordinary job. Like, I was really impressed with Aang in this show. I lied, I've got one more comparison for you. You know how they made this hoopla about this show needs to be accessible to even a mature audience? They said that the cartoon was kind of just aimed at kids and this needs to be, like, appealing to Game of Thrones fans or whatever. It's really ironic that that was the statement they made, because now that the show's actually out, what they really did is they took the cartoon and dumbed it down. So any subtlety that existed in the Avatar cartoon series is now just beaten to death in the live action. They just explicitly state every character emotion ever because they don't trust the audience to be smart enough to pick up on it. So the cartoon actually is far more mature and subtle when it comes to its writing than the live action. At no point during the 8 episodes here do you even have a second to really think about a character's motivation and try and figure it out for yourself or what they might be going through, because that character will inexplicably just tell you what they're feeling and what they're going through, just out loud. So don't worry about ever needing to use your brain to like pick up on themes or anything, because man, they are really on the nose with everything. But anyway, that is the last comparison I'll make. Let's go ahead and dive in. Like I said, I was very impressed with Aang's performance here. I thought Aang was done justice overall. Even though I wasn't a huge fan of him lacking the whimsy that he used to have, I do still think that he is a strong character and does a great job. I also think the visuals were far better than I would have ever expected them to be. After the 2010 disaster, which had a $100 million budget, I was convinced you can never CGI good bending. It'll always look like a fucking YouTuber Adobe After Effects skit. But I was wrong. This actually has really solid fight choreography, and the bending for the most part always looks really good. Especially the environments, like the places they visit look beautiful. Like legitimately they look really stunning. You can tell that this is a very big budget production. I will say though, on this front, there is one consistently lackluster piece of CGI, and it's always around the waterbending. The waterbending just lacks any real oomph. It lacks power. Anytime Katara is waterbending and she shoots water at an enemy, it comes out and strikes with about the same amount of intensity as me spitting water out of my mouth. It's just like a little splash. It just seems so weak. Which is a shame because waterbending is so fucking cool and there's so much utility behind it. And they do a better job as it progresses towards the end. But for the most part, getting there, the waterbending is just really underwhelming and lackluster. But overall, I will say that I was very impressed with the visuals here. I think they did do a pretty good job of capturing how cool bending can be in a fight. And they do get pretty creative with a lot of the ways these fights unfold, so I was pleased overall with how it was presented. Another compliment that I'll go ahead and get out there is I actually enjoy some of the darker elements they've added to this, where they just go whole hog and show someone being like lit on fire, literally fucking incinerated. You know, it shows Ozai's brutality, where at one point he just, like Scorpion out of Mortal Kombat, just fucking summons fire under someone and just murders them. It really helps showcase how menacing of a monster Ozai is. So I do think that that's a cool direction to take that, and I think it makes it pretty thrilling. I really think when it comes to like the stakes, this feels like a real perilous situation that the cast is thrown into. Like, there's a war, it's tragic, there's a lot of despair, everything's kind of fucked. I think it does a good job of getting that across. Now let's get into my complaints. I think the writing from start to finish is pretty bad. The dialogue is like words no one will ever say to each other in a real conversation ever. And it is egregious in episode 1. I think it's because they tried to condense so much story into only 8 episodes that they had to rush through everything, and you feel it. It feels so fucking rushed with its narrative. It's awful sometimes, straight up. Like, listening to...
I'll finish it in a second. Oh.
Yo, it's Zeus.
Yo.
What the hell? That thing's sick.
What the hell, shovel? That's cool.
Kinda want the shovel. Not gonna lie.
Tell me what?
Let's get this one.
Okay. There's an
Yo,
axe too.
I'm flying out.
Okay.
Later.
Later.
Have a good night, man.
What the?
To a monologue as a conversation isn't fun. It takes you out of it. They just beat you to death with exposition off rip. So, for example, when a character is talking to Aang, the character is telling Aang everything the viewer needs to know about the lore. You've been asleep for 100 years because you have been frozen in ice when you ran away and got hit by that storm. But you are the Avatar, the only one that can save this world that the Fire Nation has attacked after we lived in harmony. Like, I know... I'm getting right back into a cartoon comparison. I know in the cartoon it's kind of like that sometimes, but it has more episodes to flesh that out, and there's more actual character bonding and relationships outside of like an exposition dump. Here you don't have that. And that leads me to my next complaint, where the characters never really feel like friends. It feels like their relationships progress off-screen. Like, there is no reason for the characters to be as close as they are in this show, because you never actually see that develop, even slightly. Because most of the time when a character is talking to each other, like if Katara is talking to Aang or Sokka, the conversation is only ever about business. Like, it's fucking business 100% of the time.
Oh, I
Always
forgot to give him the
serious for the most
bones.
part, where they're just talking about, here's what I'm thinking, here's what I want to do, do you think we should do this, and here's why we need to do this and probably should do this. Those are the only conversations they really have. There's no real character bonding. They don't feel like characters most of the time when they're talking. They feel like just Wikipedia summaries of the show, and they're just vomiting that out. So I think the writing for pretty much every part of this is just not good.
Hop off.
And I feel bad because I think most of the cast really puts forth a good performance, except I don't know why they're taking Katara in the direction they are. They just don't give her much to do or to say. So she never really gets a chance to shine as a character. Really, none of the characters get that chance except for Zuko and Aang. Those are the two standouts to me in this series. I've seen quite a few complaints about Zuko's temper tantrums being too childish, but for me personally, I didn't have an issue with it. I think that criticism's a little misguided given the character. So I actually thought Zuko was done quite well. Now, let's bring this all full circle here. If you've never watched the cartoon, will you like the live action Avatar? It's kind of hard to say, because there is some things to like about it, the visuals, the fighting, and there is a lot of fighting. And since, of course, it is the DNA of Avatar, the story is compelling, even if the writing's super weak for the most part. So there is quite a bit to like, but it really feels like, even if you've never watched the cartoon, that this show is rushing through things. By the time it ends, it still feels like all of the characters are strangers to one another, and all of the major narrative plot points that are being hit kind of just happen super quickly without any kind of build-up, which I think takes a lot of the intensity out of the situations that we're seeing. Especially in the final episode. The final episode is visually really cool, but man, does that blow through a lot of content in a really quick period of time, where you never really care about any of the emotional stakes. I do like how they convey the big rampage in the Avatar state at the end. I think it comes across really fucking cool, but I just didn't feel any kind of emotional investment into it. At least I wouldn't if I hadn't seen the original. And I feel like that's going to be the case for a lot of people. It's a fun set of fights that you watch at the end, and then that's it. It's just kind of hollow. Oh, while I'm thinking about it though, I do want to give a little bit of praise for what they did with the face stealer. I actually really liked how they portrayed the face stealer in this. I actually thought that landed pretty well. I actually thought most of what they did with the spirits was pretty solid. So there's another compliment I can fish out here for the live action series. The show breaks that rule of show don't tell. This series is always tell. It is always just over-explaining every minute detail of what every character is thinking, feeling, and going through at all times, because it is just rushing through things. It doesn't give you the opportunity to see any of that build and grow. It just feels all so unnatural and stiff, which leads to a lot of it feeling flat. But it's not dog shit, like I said. It's better than I expected it to be, given everything they were saying about it beforehand. It's more than I thought it would be. So overall, I didn't hate it or anything, but I think it's kind of mid. Plugging it into the moist meter, I'm going to give it a comfortable 50%. It is better than I thought it would be, but it's still not great. And if you're going to watch this as someone that's never watched the cartoon, I feel like you'll walk away with a lukewarm opinion on it. It's not anything special. It stands on its own two legs, kind of. Like, it does try and carve out its own identity here, but it's not like a wonderful identity that it ends up with, because it's still trying to adapt mostly from the cartoon while making tweaks and changes and trying to still capture all of that in its 8 episodes. So it's always fucking speed running through this very crucial lore. And it just doesn't work all that well. I feel like maybe if they had 12 episodes, they could have maybe made this work better. I don't really know. But as it currently is, I don't think it's anything amazing, but I also don't think it's nearly as shitty as most people,
episode's already
myself
out
included,
for that show?
expected it to be. So that's kind of nice, I guess. But anyway, if you're ever interested in Avatar, just watch the fucking cartoon. This doesn't really justify its existence. This feels like a Netflix cash grab, kinda. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say it feels soulless, because clearly there are people behind this that did at least care about the original property. That's kind of clear, especially with things like the Cabbage Guy coming in. But it's just still not that great. That's about it. So yeah.
Alright. I am getting off. Here. Oh, this song takes forever to start. Thank y'all for the follows. I'm gonna go to sleep. I shouldn't be streaming tomorrow because I'm gonna watch wrestling. But I should be back on Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll see. All right. Good night.